Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Shalom, Masharah, Yasharallah, his brother Mashah, Yeshaya, coming to you with these precepts. We finna get into, a mighty, mighty breakdown of Esau, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? So let's get into it. Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. I had to restart because, Jake is a visual people, man. We visual people, so, I had to fix some stuff real quick. Y'all gonna see why, though, as time goes on. Right? So let's go to Jeremiah 49 and 10. Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 10, it says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." Right? So, hey, this is the Most High saying that, hey, I'm gonna make Esau bare, man. I'm gonna expose the hell out of Esau, right? For the wickedness that he's perpetuated on the earth for centuries, man. For as long as he's been alive, he's the wicked and he's the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. And we're going to prove this with these scriptures, with a little bit of history, right? And we're going to get into it, man. Right? We're going to prove these things, thus saith the Lord. So let's get into it. Let's go to Romans chapter 9, and we're going to start at verse, we can start at verse, I say 16. Romans chapter 9, verse 16. So let's get into it. It says, "So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that sheweth mercy." Right? It doesn't matter who you are, what race you are, what nationality you are, no matter how much power you got. It's all of the will of the Most High. Everything that we do on this earth is in the will of the Most High Yahweh. Right? We got to remember that. Right? We think we go in our own way, but we not. Right? So let's go to verse 17. It says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my might be declared throughout all the earth." Right? He raised up Pharaoh, who was a mighty, mighty Pharaoh in Egypt. Right? It says to shew so the Most High could shew his power in Pharaoh. Right? Even though he destroyed Pharaoh, the whole point was to show his power. When he dropped down all them plagues on Egypt, man, that was to show his power in the earth, man. Right? Let's keep going. It says, verse 18, "Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth." Right? He gonna have mercy on whoever he want to have mercy on. He doesn't care how long you've been in the truth. He doesn't care how long you've been fasting. He doesn't care how long you've been, praying and all these things. To an extent, the reason why I say he don't care is because if he wanted to, he could make you drop out the truth. He can make you drop out of whatever you doing and make you fall into some wickedness, some mischief, if he wanted to. Because he's the Most High God. He does whatever he wants. Right? Verse 19, it says, "Thou wilt say then unto him, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?" Who has resisted the Most High's will? Nobody on the face of planet Earth, not even his angels, have resisted his will. Right? Everything's in the will of the Most High Yahweh. It says, verse 20, "Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God?" Right? Who are we to question Yahweh, man? Who are we to question our Creator? It says, "Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?" Right? So if I make me a little clay stick, man, and then he comes alive and he asks me, "Why have you made me this way?" Who is he to ask me, his Creator, these questions? I make you whoever I want you to be. I can make you into a damn transvestite. I can make you into a rich man, a poor man, anything I want to, because I'm your Creator. right? So who are we to question Yahweh? He does whatever he wants with us, right? Then it says, verse 21, hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? When we go back to the book of Genesis 25, doesn't Isaac ask the Most High if he can give him children, give his rib children? Yes, he does. So what that's talking about is that the Most High, when Rebekah birthed Esau and Jacob, he made a vessel of wrath and a vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor from the same lump. They come from the same mother. They come from the same mother, but he made a vessel of dishonor and a vessel of honor. That's just how the Most High rocks, man. He does whatever he wants, right? So let's keep going. Then verse 22 says, what if God, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, right? The Most High made vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. That means no matter what they do in their life, they could be on the righteous path for 20 years. And then the next 5 years, they doing just all manner of wickedness until they die. Because that's just the way he made it. That's just the way he did it. That's all him. If he wants it to be that way, it's going to be that way. Right? I got to preach it real quick. Right? Because this is a prime example of the Most High's will. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 21 verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turns it wherever he wishes. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, man. If Donald Trump, not going to the inauguration as the first president to not go to the inauguration, that's in the will of the Most High Yahweh. Right? Obama doing whatever he did, legalizing LGBTQ, that's in the will of the Most High Yahweh. It says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Who's the king of America? That's the president, man. Why? Because he makes things go wherever or however things go. Right? It says like the rivers of water, he turns wherever he wishes. The Lord turns things wherever he wishes. If he wants a damn race war to pop off for the next 6 months, it's going to happen. Right? When we read Deuteronomy 26:68, what does it say? That's prophecy that we were going into slavery on slave ships. And what happened? We went into slavery on slave ships. All of this is in the will of the Most High Yahweh. Right? So let's keep going. So he made vessels of honor, vessels of dishonor. Right? And he made the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. So everybody who's here now, they all have a place. You either on the list of being honorable or you on the list of being dishonorable. Right? Because even when we go to the book of Daniel chapter 12, it says that, hey, some will rise up to everlasting life and some will rise to everlasting contempt. Right? Not verbatim, but yeah. Let's get it, man. Through the Spirit of the Most High, let's get it, man. Let's not speak out of our bellies. Right? Let's get it. Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. Right? This is prophecy saying that, hey, those who are dead now, they're going to rise out of the dust. Right? Some are going to have receive everlasting life, and some are going to receive everlasting shame and contempt. Thus saith the scriptures. Right? So now, let's go back to Romans. Hold up. Let's go back to Romans chapter 9. Romans chapter 9 Verse 22. What if God, willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? So the Most High holds it in so much that he like, it's time for me to let loose, right? Pharaoh didn't want to let the Israelites go, right? The Most High hardened his heart. The Most High hardened Pharaoh's heart. That's why in Proverbs 21:2 it says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. It says he turns it wherever he wishes. So he made the king keep the Israelites in there. And then what? The plagues came. Why? Because it literally says right here, what if God willing to shew his wrath and to make his power known? Right? He wanted to make his power known. Let them know, hey, I ain't playing, man. Right? The Lord is a man of war. Right? Verse 17 says, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee. Right? So boom. Right? Everything that's going on is in the will of the Most High Yahweh. Now let's go to Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. Oh, so like Proverbs chapter 4, verse 16. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause them to fall. Right? So the damn Edomite, he does not sleep until he has done something wicked, man. He'll stay up all night long just to come up with some type of plan to bring us as the Most High's chosen people down, man. He will stay awake until he has done something to bring havoc on this damn place, man. Right? But like I said, this is all in the will of the Most High Yahweh. Right? I'm reading again. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause them to fall. So their sleep is taken away unless they cause them to fall. Back in the 60s, when the segregation was going on and all that stuff, what happened? Well, if we walk down the streets, what they gonna do? They gonna kill us, man. They'll come up in our houses, kill us, shoot us down, do whatever they have to do until we are dead, man. And then making an excuse that, oh, we was, out there shooting or looting or something like that, right? This is the wicked that we talking about. Let's go to verse 17. It says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. They drink this. They love this, man. Right? They get drunk off this wickedness, man. They can't get enough because they are vessels of wrath fitted for destruction, as we read in Romans chapter 9. Right? This is their natural vessel. This is their natural way of life. They're evil. They're wicked. Right? So let's go to Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And it says, and the Lord sent unto her. This is the Lord speaking to Rebekah, right? It says, unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. It says 2 manner of people shall be separated. They're going to be separated from her bowels. And the one people, which is us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Right? Let's read on. And it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out. Let's get this, man. Because Jake is a visual people, man. Look at this, man. Right? The first one came out red. It says, and the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Look at it. It's a damn Edomite baby who came out red. Right? Little baby Ryan, man. Right? Look at this. Came out red all over like an hairy garment, man. It's the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. All those videos and cartoons of the devil, all those videos and cartoons of the devil being red, hey, they know who they are, man. That's why they put the devil red in these cartoons, because they know that they are the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? But once you come into the truth, if you're not in the truth, you ain't gonna understand until you come into the truth, right? See, the red devil, man, right? He's red, man. His blood shows through his skin, man. Look at this. Look at this. See? Look at that. It's the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. See that? Right? So look, I'm gonna go back to this one. It says, verse 25, and the first came out red, like all over, like in every garment, and they called his name Esau. Right? Who comes out red except for the damn devil, man? If Jake comes out any color, it's gonna be orange. Why? Because we got melanin, man. Right? But look at this, man. That's the damn devil. He can't look at he red, bro. You can see the blood showing through his skin. Right? Let's keep going. And after that came his brother out, and his hands took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a what? Let's see what Esau was, man. Esau was a what? Right? You know, because we are visual people, man. We got to see it, man. Esau was a cunning hunter. He was a cunning hunter. Look at this Edomite with 3 dead lions in front of him, man. Right? They go everywhere and cause all types of mischief, havoc, man. Right? Right? Look at that. He was a cunning hunter. Look at old dude, man. Hairy all over, man. Damn Neanderthals, man. See that? That's Esau for you, man. Right? See that? Cunning hunter. And then it says, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. See, we like to see Jake. They just like to chill at the crib, man. Sip on some yon. You know, watch some NFL. You know, they like to chill at home, man. Right? So let's get 25 and 25. Let's get Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. It says, oh, I already brought that out. Salakia. But yeah, man. Esau is a cunning hunter. That means that they're real good at hunting. Who's better than the damn white man at hunting? They hunt humans. They hunt animals. They do everything, man. When it comes to hunting. Can't nobody beat them in their own game, man. Right? Let's get Leviticus chapter 13, verse 30. Right? It's finna get bad, man. It's finna get hella bad, man. Right? Because the Most High is going to expose them, man. For who they really are, man. And he's not going to sugarcoat it for nobody. Leviticus chapter 13, verse 30. And it reads, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight. Listen. Let me hold on. Let me make sure that y'all seeing this. Right? We're going to start off with Mr. Donald Trump. So it says, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scab, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. Right? Hey, they got a plague on top of their head, man. They're unclean. They are unclean animals, man. Unclean beasts. Right? They belong with the damn pigs, man. Right? Look at that. Yellow thin hair. Right? Look at him. Yellow thin hair. On his eyebrows or his eyelashes. Right? Right? Let's keep going. See that? Yellow thin hair. Right? Right? So they got a plague on top of their head, man. They are unclean beasts. You know? Let's go to Numbers chapter 12, verse 8. Numbers chapter 12, verse 8. Read. It says, with him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches, and the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Right? That's that plague we talking about. Then it says, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Right? Let her not be as one dead. It says, the Moses is pleading to the Most High, let my sister not be as one dead. Why is it saying that? Because she's leprous, white as snow. Right? Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Who's that talking about? It's talking about Esau. Because ain't nobody else on earth look like Esau, except for Esau. That's why he said he came out red, because he was the first red beast out of his mother's womb. Right? Everybody else was melanated except for this damn devil. Right? It says, whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. So first of all, it said Miriam was white as snow because of the leprosy. Right? Which is a plague. Right? Then it says, let her not be as one dead. Let her not be as one dead. Why? Because Esau looks dead, bro. They look like they just lay there and just die. Right? Whom the flesh is half consumed. They look half consumed, man. You ever seen the old Edomites and their hands all purple and blue because of their blood and all that stuff? Their skin, it looks all like a disease. Yeah. That's Esau for you, man. Right? When he cometh out of his mother's womb. Boom. Right? So let's keep going. Let's get Genesis 27 and 11. This is how we can prove that the white man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. We just getting into it. Right? Let's go to Genesis 27, verse 11. Genesis chapter 27, verse 11. And Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. Right? Esau is a hairy man. Right? He's hairy. He looks disgusting. I remember I used to work with Esau. Every time he walked past me, he stunk. Like, I was like, my throat literally like clogged up. Like it was fog in my throat. That's how bad he stunk. Literally. But when the elder came around, he smelled like just beautiful. He smelled beautiful, man. He smelled like magnificent, bro. But when it came to Esau, he was stinking. every day. Right? So look at this. He's red, yellow thin hair, and what else? Right? He's red, he got a yellow thin hair. And then it says right here in Genesis 27:11, and Jacob said to Rebekah, his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. See, man, we smooth, bruh. We smooth just like cocoa butter on our skin, bruh. Right? But Esau is a hairy man, and he stinks like hell. Right? He stinks like hell. But it says he's a hairy man. We're smooth. We always smooth, man. Right? We got beautiful skin. Right? But Esau, the white man, is a hairy man. Why is he a hairy man? Right? We gonna get there. Let's go to Genesis 25:27. If I didn't get it already. Verse 27, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter and man of the field. Right? Esau is a cunning hunter and man of the field. Right? He loves to be outside. He's made for the outside. Right? Let's get and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. What is venison? Venison is lamb meat. Okay? Venison is lamb meat. They always hunting them some elk, some deer, some lamb, some goat, right? They always hunting. Right? And then what? They eat their food medium rare with a little bit of blood in it, right? That's how they like it, man. That's how they like it, right? Let's go to Genesis 27:39-40. Genesis 27:39-40, right? It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. His dwelling is going to be the fatness of the earth. Who is this? The dwelling in the fat is going to be the fatness of the earth. This is talking about Esau, right? This is talking about Esau. He got big mansions. He got skyscrapers, you know. He got all these nice and luxurious buildings, right? He gets wherever he wants, however he wants it. And then it says, and of the dew of heaven from above, right? He got living up there in the heavens, being able to look over the ocean, look over the city, right? They get the dew of heaven, right? And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt thou serve thy brother, right? It says, by the sword shalt thou live. What is that in little Esau's on the deer? That's a gun. He lives by the sword, man. Right? Now let's keep going. Let's see what else, man. See that? He lives by the sword. He always got a gun in his hand, a gun in his house, a gun in his trunk, right? He lives by the sword. He lives by the sword. Right? Look at this. You see that? We only kill black people. See that? Look at that. This is the result of Esau living by the sword. Look at all these brothers and sisters who are dead, man. This is Esau living by the sword. Right? Look at that. Always got to look at that. They always got the sword in their hand, man. See that? See that? It's getting deep, man. They always living by the sword. Everywhere they go, they always killing, kidnapping, raping, pillaging, all types of manner of wickedness, right? They always living by the sword. So they got the fatness of the earth. They're red, they're hairy, right? They stink like hell, which is nothing I went over, but they stink like hell, right? Then it says that also that they will live by the sword, their dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, which was a blessing that Isaac gave to his son Esau. Right? Let's read on through 40. It says, "And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck." What does that talk about? That's going into the dark ages. Because why? Because at one point in time, we was ruling. Then what? Then what? Then they started ruling, right? They was able to take that yoke off their neck, right? Verse 41. "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Right? So this is Esau, the so-called white man, saying that when the day comes, I will slay my brother Jacob. And has it stopped? No, it hasn't. It has not stopped. Then who are we talking about? We are talking about the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? Look at this. Look at this folly, man. He says, "Then will I slay my brother Jacob." You see that? Look at this. "Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Let's keep going. "Then will I slay my brother Jacob." It says, let's see what it says. It says, "Took babies from their mother's breast, grabbing them, pushing their heads, dashing their heads against rocks. They built a long something, toes to touch the ground. Oh, to prevent them toes from touching the ground." This is talking about the natives, by the way. "Prevent their toes from touching the ground and prevent strangling. And at the time and honor, it was in honor of Christ our Savior." And what? Right? But I know what it's saying. Basically what they did was, this is to the natives, what they did to the natives. What they did was they got a big log, as you can see, hung them on the log so that they wouldn't, and made it to where they could be able to not strangle. Why? Because they wanted them to be alive, so that way they can burn them alive. They would throw the natives' children again and dash their heads against the stone, crack their heads open by throwing them against the rock. This is the work of the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? So let's keep going. "That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." Right? And ever since then, he has been slaying his brother Jacob. See that? So let's keep going. Let's go to Genesis chapter 36, verse 8. Genesis chapter 36, verse 8. And it reads, "Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir." Esau is Edom, right? It says, "Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir." Esau is Edom. The reason why I brought up that verse is because why is Esau so hairy? So he could acclimate to his own dwelling. So he could acclimate to the weather around him. He was a cave dweller, or a Flintstone, what they call it, right? He was a Neanderthal, right? Cave dweller, right? The people who call us dirty Africans, They was the cave dwellers. We already had civilizations. They was the ones who we taught how to take showers and how to be clean. We had to teach them that. But we the dirty Africans. Right? Look at them. Cave dwellers. They had to acclimate to their own weather. Right? That's why when they get into the sun, they turn red more and more. But when they're in the cold, they look perfectly fine. They just white as snow, like lepers, right? They were living in the mountains of Mount Seir, right? Or Idumea, right? Let's get Jeremiah 49:16. Let's get Jeremiah 49:16. And verse 16. So it reads, and it says, "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, thou holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle." Right? They make their nest as high as the eagle. They like to, live it up, man. Right? It says they dwell in the clefts of the rocks. The white man dwells in the clefts of the rocks. What are we reading? We are reading the Holy Bible, right? Ain't nothing new under the sun, right? They dwell in the clefts of the rocks, right? Look at that. See that? Dwelling in the clefts of the rocks. This is Esau we talking about. Esau, right? Esau. He dwells in the clefts of the rocks, right? Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord, right? Okay. Esau got a lot of pride, man. Esau got a lot of pride. Who are we talking about? We were talking about the so-called white man, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? So let's keep going. Let's get Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. Let's get Obadiah. Chapter 1 verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, right? That's how prideful Esau is. Let's see how prideful Esau is. Boom. See that? They pride in this wickedness. They pride in their king that they voted for. They pride in that, man. They pride in that because the reason why they did this is because they didn't want us to rise up, right? They don't want us to rise up. So what they do, they trust in Donald Trump, right? They love them some Donald Trump. See that? Let's see some more pride. See that? Didn't the scriptures just say that they will live by the sword? What do they have in their hands? They have guns in their hands. They live by the sword, right? See that? It ain't nothing but Donald Trump supporters, right? They pride, man. They full of pride. And if you see this building, it has pillars on it. That's Esau's thing. You see that? That's Esau's thing, right? They had us build their buildings, right? The same pillars that you saw in this picture. See that? They built these buildings, right? It's the same pillars. This is how we know who Esau is, man. Right? This is the pride of Esau. Let's keep going. This is the pride of Esau. Right? The pride of Esau, you know. See? Look at that. Who does this? Only the white man does this wickedness, man. And then what? He brings it into our nation, and now we get involved with the foolishness, right? Our men are supposed to be mighty men. This is why the Most High believes in segregation, because of wicked damn devils like this, right? Having sex with each other. The hell? Come on now. Look at this foolishness. Look at this pride. Look at their pride, man. They love being gay. They love being homosexuals, transsexuals, transvestites, transgenders, right? They love this. This is them. This is their pride, man. Right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16. Verse 18 through 19. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Why would you want to divide spoil with the proud? Because all they do is divide spoil, divide wickedness, divide, this gay pride, everybody can be gay. They legalized it. I wouldn't be surprised if they legalized incest, because they love to have sex with their own family members. I wouldn't be surprised if they legalized incest, right? Psalms. Let's go to Psalms chapter 37, verse 12. Psalms chapter 37, verse 12. It says, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The wicked plotteth against him, against the just, right? They plot against the just, right? Let me see if you see that? They plot against the just, right? This is what they do. This is Bohemian Grove. This is where all the elites go to plot against us, right? To make sacrifices to their idols, right? See that? Let's go to Psalms 37 to 12. It says, the wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him. Hold on. Still like it. Yeah, Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 83, 3 through 5. So like it. 83, 3 through 5. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. Right? Oh snap, my bad. I'm trying to find what I'm looking for. See? They plot just to see how they can destroy us. See that? That's where they plot at. Right? I'm gonna read it again. It says, they keep, so like you, 83 and 3-5. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. Who is the only people on this earth that does not know who they are? It's us. We don't know who we are because why? Because they took our nationality. They took who we were according to these scriptures. You know, they have destroyed us. The reason why they had yokes around our necks is why they had yokes around our necks. So because they knew that we were in the knowledge of who we were. Right? So what they have to do, they had to destroy us and tell us something else, and then what? Take the chains off of our neck. Now what? Now we're submitting to them. Right? Now we're submitted to them. Now we believe everything that they say. Right? Let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 3. Oh, snap. Matter of fact. Let's go to 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. Let's see what it says. It says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Who's the heathen? The heathen is the white man. It says, when the Israelites laid open the book of the law, it says the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Why does it say that? Let's see. Let's see what we talking about. The likeness of their images. Who that? Explain this. Who's this? How did this become this? Right? It says the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their image. They went, how did Yahushua, who the word calls Jesus Christ, turn into a white man overnight? Because they painted the likeness of their images. Right? See that? Look at that. How did this come from this? You clearly see the difference. You clearly see the difference. They have painted the likeness of their image. See that? Look at this effeminate Caesar Borgia, man. Effeminate damn dog Caesar Borgia, who has sex with his own family members and killed I believe that he killed his own brother, right? Had sex with his own family members. Explain this, right? Now I'm gonna get see that? I ain't fibbing. Look. Let's go to Salakia. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. We're gonna break it down. The wickedness of the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, Esau. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14. For those who know, if you know, you know. You know. So let's read Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14, 15 through 18. It says, for a father afflicted, hold up, you know, say, for a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away. Who is this talking about? This is talking about Caesar Borgia's father, right? Pope Alexander the sixth. Pope Alexander the Sixth, right? This is talking about Caesar Borgia's father, okay? For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child soon taken away, now honored him as a god. He honored his son as a god, right? Because this is his son, Caesar Borgia. What are we reading? We reading out of the scriptures, man. We're reading out of the holy text, man. It says, now honored him as a god, which was then a dead man. Who was a dead man? At this time, Yahweh Shai was not around at this time. That's why it says him as a god, which was then a dead man. Right? And then it says, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Right? What's this going into? This is going into the Vatican. This is going into the Roman Catholic Church. Right? This is what that's going into. It says, and delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices. Right? They deliver. You know how the Catholic people, they be putting up the Caesar Borgia picture. They got the candles. They got the candles out there under the picture. They got the little crucifix. You know, all this stuff. Right? So they were giving ceremonies and sacrifices to this damn thing, man. To this damn devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? Then it says, thus in process of time, an ungodly custom. Why was it an ungodly custom? Because you were not supposed to paint the likeness of your own image. You were not supposed to make idols. You were not supposed to sacrifice to idols. Right? Then it says, a custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of the king. So if the kings wanted anything to be worshipped, it was going to be worshipped. If they wanted the crucifix to be worshipped, it was going to be worshipped. If they wanted Mother Mary to be worshipped, it was going to be worshipped. If they wanted Baal to be worshipped, he was going to be worshipped. If they wanted Caesar Borgia, who in the depiction of Jesus Christ, if they wanted him to be worshipped, he's going to be worshipped. That's what that's saying, right? Then in verse 17, whom men could not honor in presence because they dwelt far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored. They made an express image of a king. Who's that king? That's Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. They made an express image, and this right here is the express image of Jesus Christ. Then it says, whom they honored to the end, that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. They think that they was going to worship this idol and flatter him. It says, forwardness, they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present. So they made it seem like, oh, like the Lord, like Yahweh Shai actually rejoices in them doing this. That's what they made it seem like, right? They were dancing around it. They were singing songs. They was bowing down to it as if he was really there, right? Then it says, also the singular diligence of the artificer. Who's the artificer? That's the artist. Who was the artist that painted this? It was Michelangelo. If it wasn't Michelangelo, I think it was Leonardo da Vinci. It was one of the two. But listen, it says, also the singular diligence of the artificer did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. Who was the ignorant? It was us, because we were ignorant of who we were. But what it says is that the artist that made this painting made it to the point, or helped in making us believe that this was actually Jesus Christ, right? So all the people, all of these rappers like Jay-Z, Kanye West, who we talk about, Picasso, this, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, hey man, these are white men that had taken crafty counsel against us, right? Let's go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6 real quick. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Now, if you look up the definition for ignorant, it's going to show lack of knowledge. Okay. So, and then it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. Since we forgot the law of thy God, now we're going to go refer back to this, right? Because they made it a law, remember? And they used it against us. And guess what? We started bowing down to it. But the Most High just said, because we forgot him and his laws, that he was going to forget us. See that? See that? So let's keep going. It says, for he peradventure willing to please the resemblance of the best fashion. So he painted it the best that he could to make it seem so real. And you want to know why they took these books out of the Bible? Because of this. It literally talks about Caesar Borgia and his father and the artist painting the likeness of their image, as you just read in 1 Maccabees 3:48, which is in the same book. Now we wonder why they took these books out. Now some of us don't believe it. But guess what? Hey, it is what it is, right? This is history. This is documented history, right? Then it says, and so the multitude, allured by the grace of the word, took him now for a god. So we were so allured by this picture that we started to believe it. What are we reading? We are reading out of the Apocrypha. We are reading about how this white Jesus came to be, how this white pedophilic Messiah came to be. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 15 through 18. Okay, this is literally going into the history of how this white Jesus came to be. So when you read 1 Maccabees 3:48, that's just a cut. This is a cut on who the heathen is, right? And then also Jeremiah 10:2 is a cut on who the heathen is, right? And we're going to get into that. So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, real quick. Jeremiah chapter 17. Bear with me, Akim. 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I have gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. We have kindled a fire in the Most High's anger, which shall burn forever. Okay? Now, this video is about to, my live is about to end. But I'm going to save it, okay? My live is about to end, but I'm going to save it, and we're going to go on to the next part of the video. All right, so I'm gonna just keep going until it goes up. But see, so let's keep going. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job chapter 9, verse 24. I'm going to get this real quick. Matter of fact, I'm going to wait, and then we're going to get back into it. All right? So, with that, I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to pick back up on the next video, and then I'm going to edit both of the videos and put them together so you guys can get the full thing. Right? So, let's keep getting into this. Shalom.